I hate that sound.
Yeah, why was it doing that?
Well, that's the 10 bell salute. And in combat sports, when somebody passes away, it's kind of a respect. And, so we just did the 10 bell salute for Anthony Rumble Johnson,
Oh wow.
38 years old.
Yeah.
Just awful.
Yeah, dude, it's sad.
I believe he had been sick, but, it still doesn't diminish. 38 years old. You have, Matthew, one of the greatest videos ever with Anthony.
I do. I was in search of a opponent for a celebrity boxing match, and I was hoping for like an actor or somebody limited with skills. Not a Al Bundy, obviously, because Ed
Because he'd
O'Neill
whoop your
is a
tail.
legit black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But I was looking for an opponent, and I was looking for a soft opponent, just go out there and get some publicity. And of course, Randy wasn't going to have any of that, so he got Anthony Rumble Johnson to send me a promo video saying, "Hey, I heard you're looking for a fight. I got good news for you. I found your opponent, and it's me." And of course, he was the #1 lightweight contender of the UFC.
Yeah.
And as terrified as I was of that video coming on my newsfeed, it would have been a tremendous honor to share any ring with that man. And it's a tragedy across the board. What a great human being and competitor athlete.
Yeah, definitely. So our thoughts and prayers, obviously, go out to the family.
Whoa.
I guess we're waiting till the morning to be popular.
Yeah.
And also,
I don't know
this
if I
week
can
we
ever
lost-
be popular.
We lost Gallagher. Gallagher passed.
Yeah, but there was 2 Gallaghers, right?
Well,
I thought there was 2. I
Is
thought-
it
Yeah,
two?
I heard
Yeah.
there were two. I heard there
Yeah,
were two.
they're
Yeah,
interchangeable.
What do you
I mean,
mean?
it's still bad.
He
Gallagher.
sold his likeness. And the whole stick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's
Wait, so he licensed out himself?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
need to do that.
Yeah. And we lost those football players at
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
tragic, dude.
Crazy.
Tragic. It's just it's been sad, man. News has not been fun. Like
No.
my heart's go out to the families, the team, the coach. I can't even imagine what that would be like.
I once said to my wife, I just don't get it. I don't get somebody doing something like that. She goes, as silly as this sounds, she goes, because you're normal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something wrong with you, whatever it may be, hate, mental, whatever. There's got to be something wrong. I guess on a good side, let's try to flip it a little bit. Whether I agree or disagree with what I'm about to say, Cain Velasquez got out on bail.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was great. You know how I feel about it. Again, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah, no. Well, and this is what I've said on that is Cain Velasquez did what every human being has said they would do,
Yeah.
but they don't have the basketballs to follow through and do it.
Yes.
And even though, and I'm going to stand by this, and this is what I believe, even though I would have been okay with, but it's still bad what you did, at least hit the right guy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem. Shooting into a moving car
It's very risky.
it could have hit somebody else, and it did.
Yeah. Yeah. No, so I'm not saying his punishment isn't valid. I do like that he's out on bail because
Until
he's
found
not
guilty.
He's not a flight risk. He's never had any prior, issues. And again, put in that situation, like you said, everybody says that that's what they'll do. Who knows? But yeah, I'm happy he can see his family again at least for a little bit.
No, for sure.
Finally.
Wished he would have thought it out so that his family could see him forever.
Yeah.
And not behind bars. All right. On a good note, the team, that would be the Knockout Radio team, is headed to Sarasota on Saturday.
Yes, we are.
And we are going to
Fight a guy in pajamas.
the address is 5712 Clark Road. It is called Unique Armament, I believe. It's a gun store. But they also have Nerf guns, so toy guns, as well as the real deal.
Okay.
And they have the real deal there at a meet and greet. The guy who basically started MMA and the UFC, Royce Gracie. So we're going to go down and get some FaceTime and do some cool stuff with. That's right, because you're Brazilian.
Well, and I met him. And he gave my wife the greatest advice of all time.
Leave you.
Yes.
Well, yeah. He's like, leave. He's like, I talked to Giselle. She
Get
left
out.
Tom. All the Brazilian girls are coming back home. No, but my kids were there. My wife was like, I don't have a gi. He's like, doesn't matter. Come train with us. She's like, but I have the kids. He's like, just pretend like they're not yours. Who cares? Let them run. Go get to the gym. And that's what Brazil is. Brazil, the community raises the kids. The kids pour on the street. And everybody just kind of keeps an eye on everybody else's kids.
The kids also have those machines that they can rip your credit card number from your pocket I don't know if you know about that.
With
You
the
know those
gun?
machines. It's those machines
Oh, yeah,
that if you brush by it, it can
yeah.
steal your credit card number.
Well, those
They
are
got
piranhas.
they got-
and you know, they call piranhas the street gangs.
They got
And
those in
they're-
Atlanta. They got those. They got those everywhere.
Yeah, they got burner phones in Atlanta.
Yeah, they got all of. They got everything. There.
Another huge loss, Takeoff from the Migos was
Yeah, dude.
killed
Over a dice game.
during the dice game in Houston.
Yeah.
Now the question is, now I'm not that level of success, but if
Or
you're-
any level.
If you're a $26 million net worth,
Yeah.
a part of one of the greatest rap bands of all time, or groups of all time,
Honestly, music groups of all time.
why would you put yourself in a situation where you're outside of a nightclub on Halloween in Atlanta or in Houston when you're not from Houston?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, I agree with you. I think this is something that, in our culture, I talk about black culture and rap music, and we lost so many guys to random acts of violence. And it's just, I think when these guys get to a certain level, they need to learn how to move smarter, right? And not put yourself in situations where you're caught up outside of a nightclub at 3, 4 in the morning, you know, and like take notes from people who do it better. Like, look, if you get that much money, look how Drake moves. He moves like he's a president. You don't get to come near him and touch him and be around.
You know what
and,
Drake does?
You know, P. Diddy and like all these guys.
You know
Like,
what Drake is a huge roulette player.
Yeah.
And he does the virtual roulette where it's a real dealer, real game of roulette.
Yeah.
And he's at home in company of his own friends and
Yeah.
he's safe. He's not out in public. You know, but I guess they could take your advice, Caleb, and come to a place like Tour de Pizza where there are no people,
Yeah.
and you're always safe.
All right, let me run down the schedule real quick. After this break, we're going to be speaking to Desmond Green coming into the Tampa Bay area, BYB 13
Oh,
on
boy.
Saturday night out at the fairgrounds. We'll have some tickets to give away. Then we're going to speak to Andre, God, I should have you doing these names, Fialho, who fights Saturday night, as well as Vanessa Demarpoulos. And then a surprise guest will be coming in.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
surprise.
a little surprise guest. It's Caleb's been down.
I'm still so surprised.
Caleb's been upset. I'm going to turn you up. So we're going to try to perk him up a little, and that's why we have a very special guest just for Caleb Bennett on it
Okey-dokey.
in the second hour.
I'm still surprised that Gallagher had a clone.
Let's go hit our first break of the afternoon, coming to you live from Tournament to Pizza. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and Staff Son. We'll be right back.